I am now the host.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey. And you're loud too. That's good.
Okay.
That new headset has worked wonders for you. So
Yeah, well,
I'm glad you found the package.
yeah. Actually, I brought it with me when we came from California, and I just never opened it up. So,
Yeah.
so if this one tests out okay, I'm going to get probably a couple more.
Yeah.
One for my wife and so forth and so on. So the USB type rather than the one that plugs directly into the phone and microphone seems to work better. Interesting. I don't know if that's a peculiarity of the Linux box or if that's just the way it is.
Maybe it's just Logitech makes good stuff.
Well, Logitech definitely makes good stuff. There's no question about that. Certainly not the low price spread, but
That's true.
I use their wireless mice and keyboards all the time, and I find them to be, knock wood, relatively bulletproof. So
Yeah. Well, I am using the cheapest, absolutely the cheapest keyboard I could find. The Micro Center brand wireless keyboard with mouse. This thing was under $10 and it feels like it was under $10.
okay.
It works.
It works. It does what it's supposed to. It is the cheapest plastic ever, and I've only had this for less than probably 6 months or so, and keys are already starting to fade off of it. I don't know if you can see that or not.
You're talking about the letters on the
letters.
keys?
The letters are starting to fade off of it.
After all that money you spent, man.
And but this thing goes through batteries like it. I would have been better off buying one of the expensive keyboards and mouse combinations, because what it's cost me in batteries, I've already spent. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm going through a battery like every couple of weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it goes through batteries like crazy.
That's interesting. I will say this, the Logitech keyboards, the mice use up batteries, I don't know, maybe one every couple of months, something like that. But the keyboard, frankly, it goes for over a year on a single battery.
Yeah.
I think they're AAA batteries also. They're not very big. So the energy stress on the keyboard must be really, really, really low.
This one, the keyboard has a single AA battery, and the mouse has a single AAA battery. But I bought this combination because it only used one dongle, and on the new computer I only have a couple of full-size USB ports. Everything else is USB-C. So taking up two of my full-size USB ports for a mouse and a dongle, or a mouse and a keyboard, was kind of silly. So I bought this combination that only uses one dongle to do it.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had one that used two dongles. The Logitechs all use one dongle for both the keyboard and the mouse. So
Yeah.
now, is that Bluetooth or is that proprietary?
It's whatever, probably proprietary. This the keyboard the keyboard and mouse that came with this computer was two separate deals, and I was shocked because I was like, who does that anymore? Why would you give me two separate deals? So I just went and bought the cheapest possible keyboard I could find. And I paid for it.
And now you're supporting the battery industry.
Yeah, I'm telling you, once this thing actually fails completely, it'll be the last time I buy one of these keyboards.
I can get you a low voltage wall wart for that.
Yeah, the mouse isn't so bad. It's the keyboard that seems to be the problem.
I think you can rig in a low voltage wall wart.
Probably.
Yeah, that way.
It's
It
only
wouldn't be wireless anymore, but hey.
It's only 1.5 volts. So.
Yeah, but then you got a wire attached to it, and that's the thing that I like about the wireless keyboards.
Yeah.
What you been up to, Leroy?
About here.
Oh, okay.
You
need a hat. There you go.
I don't know if you guys remember this project from 2 years ago, where the I bought this. It was when MCM had closed and was going out. I bought that hat from them, and it's a weather hat. So it's got different colors and it shows the cloud and all that fun stuff. Anyway, there was no software to make this thing work. So I came up with some software a couple years ago. My software stopped working. So I came up with different software this week. And the cloud is all cloudy.
Oh.
That's really what I was been working on this week, though, was because people are actually apparently found the software and said, hey, it doesn't work anymore. So I went and tried to fix it. But for the past 3 or 4 days, it's only been cloudy or rainy. So I don't know if it's working or not. It's definitely cloudy.
Is it cloudy back home?
Yeah, it's sort of overcast. It rained a little bit. Not bad, but it rained a little. I used to be using Yahoo Weather to get the updates, and that used to work was really, really good. And Yahoo changed what they did. So now I'm using Open Weather, which almost all the microcontrollers use and other stuff use. So hopefully it'll actually update, and when it's sunny out, the sun will shine and the rainbow effect will happen. So we'll see. That's really what I've been doing.
So were you writing the software, or were you just modifying existing software?
This time around, I took the Yahoo software that I had written, and I took somebody else's software for the Open Weather Map, and I kind of went and smooshed them together instead, because I wanted to do it quickly, because this project really wasn't supposed to take a whole long time to do. The original company that made the hat made a library for displaying it, which was fine, but they didn't have any actual examples. gave you a library that said, there it is, go use it. And nobody knew how to use it. So
This library runs on the Arduino IDE.
Raspberry Pi.
Oh, okay.
It's a Python library
Okay.
deal. Could actually log into the
You have a link to that?
yeah, I can do that too.
Are you open sourcing your software or not?
Yeah, it's all on GitHub.
Oh, okay.
I just put the link there in the
So I see.
It looks like the COVID-19 deaths, they kind of got randomized there for a while, like a week, and ended up a little bit higher, but now it looks like it's on the ramp down again. Not as rapid a rate as it was for the national deaths. It looks like Florida, Texas, California are all about in the same ballpark now. They're kind of flat for the last 7 days, but overall they're all at a downward rate. California not as fast as the others, but California started lower. But it looked like they're leveling out, and we'll see how that goes. Let's see. A Man Called Intrepid. I need to get a copy of that. That's a text book. That's supposed to be a good one, according to my brother.
Who's the author?
And don't know. Have to look that one up. But you should be able to find it in the library easily enough.
Okay.
Here's one that Art sent in. The smartphones start to use lithium, or start to use graphene into producing their phones. Do you want to talk about that, Art?
Well, what I saw is I just saw this link. I'm hooked up to a graphene newsletter, and however you pronounce Zoomies or whatever, apparently is incorporating this mass-produced graphene lithium-ion battery in their latest phone release. Now, the one thing that wasn't clear from the news article is whether or not this is phantomware or not. Product announcements are only good until you are only as good as the hardware you got in your hand. And so far, I haven't seen any reviews on the hardware. So in any case, supposedly it's coming. And what that does is it apparently gets a lower resistance internal contact and therefore less heat generator or something to that effect.
Yeah, the previous articles on that talked about reducing the resistance around the cathode or something, thus reducing the amount of heat. Yeah. And this one, in the article, they didn't talk about the battery, which drove me crazy. We mentioned that. But one of the things they did, there's Vicente.
Hi.
Yep.
One of the things they did was they put a graphene layer beneath the glass. And what that's for is the screen apparently generates quite a bit of heat. So they're using that to distribute the heat. And also looks like they're putting it on their semiconductors too, to distribute the heat. And there was another thing they put it on. You're seeing lithium ion graphene showing up everywhere, including cooling t-shirts, cooling shirts, where they're distributing the heat. And that's cool.
Yeah.
So to speak. Everybody see the Space Force. Everyone wants a Space Force, and why? And SpaceX Internet from Space Starlink system helping first responders fight fires in Washington. These are linked together. These have similar topics. And do you know what the topic is? Wi-Fi from space. Starlink, they're calling it. I think that's what they call it, Starlink. And Knucklehead has put up like 800 Wi-Fi satellites and is going to put up 1,200 total. And it looks like he's going to compete in the Wi-Fi market at a 40% price reduction. What do you think?
I like it.
That's what I've been waiting for. So now they're testing it in Washington State, and it sounds like good news for me. They're also tinkering around with nuclear rocket propulsion systems, probably similar to the ones the Russians blew up and killed a few people. So that's another article with Graphon to help develop HALEU fueled cislunar rocket, whatever that is. That's nuclear related. They're heating up the fuel coming out of the rocket, and so you're going to boost the volume. So you're going to improve your velocity and actually increase the mass flow rate coming out of it by superheating it coming out. Sounds super hot, but and also Linux-based Windows makes perfect sense. What do you think, Leroy?
I don't even. That statement just doesn't sound good to me. I don't know.
They're basically saying Windows would be basically a flavor of Linux, basically.
Oh well, I thought they
right
were
into
already
all
trying
Linux
to do
software. Huh?
So are they suggesting that Windows is going to get rid of that central database and go to a Linux architecture?
I thought they already had a Linux kernel running.
Yeah, they're getting close. They're getting very close to making it extremely Linux compatible. And they're saying their revenue is not coming from Windows now. Their revenue is coming from the cloud.
Well,
so they could do that.
Yeah.
Well, I think a large chunk of their revenue also comes from their Office suite. They're still pretty much, own the Office suite business. So
yeah, that's
a
true.
lot of revenue from that.
Office 365, is that what you guys like?
Well, the Office suite, basically the MS Word, Excel, and so forth and so on. That whole suite, depending on what flavor you've got, the 365 subscription model is, they're trying to push all their customers that way. And I've got my clients going that way.
That's pushing them towards the cloud market though.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people are nervous about that. At least my clients are. My clients are in the healthcare space, and that's very, very security. Um, it's even worse than the banking industry and the airline industry, because the HIPAA laws have some real teeth, and the consequences of giving away patient information or letting patient information become insecure are basically jail time. I mean, it's not just a fine, it's serious stuff. So the healthcare industry tends to be extremely conservative when it comes to selecting software.
One of the options these guys were touting was doing what Chrome did, the Chrome operating system, and basically making the Windows a front end to a Linux-based front end to their cloud stuff.
Well,
Okay.
they tried that with like Windows 8 had a lot more cloud features, and people didn't really like it. So I don't know.
Yeah, the problem, part of the problem with that is I don't trust the Microsoft people with my cloud business. In fact, my cloud on all my Windows stuff, the cloud stuff is disabled. And when they force me to get the cloud, then I'm going to be over there in the Linux heap with the rest of the folks, because they're not going to get me on their cloud where I'm paying customer. Yeah. But that was interesting topics this week. My personal issues this week is I've got the camera network crud again. One of my cameras is acting up, and sometimes 2 or 3 of them act up. They'll go offline. And I've gone through the regular thing, turning power off to all of them that are controlled by Internet of Thing controllers, and resetting the router, resetting the hubs, cycling power on the miscreant camera. And so far we had limited good results. One of the issues, this happens periodically, and typically it happens when the wind is blowing strongly, and that may be a resource issue. Also rebooted the iSpy system because the connectivity issue is only on iSpy. So yeah, so continue to tinker with that. Vicente, what are you up to, man?
I was with the people in the garage coating the garage. They just left. I have a picture of the garage. How?
They coated the floor?
Yeah. Look.
Okay.
Can
Cool.
you see? Can you see? They
Oh, nice.
Wow.
they make a coating, some kind of plastic. It's not epoxy. It's some like flakes. They put a gray base. Then they put flakes of plastic everywhere. Then they blow up the excess of flakes, and then put a transparent product over them that dissolve the plastic, and everything comes together in a single layer of plastic stuff. And now I have to wait for 2 days for this to get dry or something. I don't know.
How thick is that?
It's not thick. It's maybe 1/32 of an inch. But they spend a lot of time sanding and grinding the concrete and covering the holes and every imperfection in the concrete before they put the product. And that's it.
So,
Which company did you use?
This is
Which company did you use?
okay. It's Garage Living. Garage Living. They do all the wall stuff, all the cabinets for the garage, and all kind of stuff.
is that floor like a rubberized floor now?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's anti-slippery, but it's not rubber. It's not epoxy. It's a polymer that
Okay.
is different than the epoxy, but supposedly it's the best one for that. Let's see.
Looks good.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of garages that had like a rubberized floor, but
How much space is your garage?
How much what? Space.
How much space?
There
Square
are,
feet?
I don't know, it's three cars, but I will use this area for my wood workshop. I will put all the my tools in one space of the garage. So I don't know. I have two cars to put in this area. I will use this area for the woodworking my workspace. I think.
Gonna put your laser machine in there too?
The laser will be in the basement. The basement is huge. There is place for everything there. I will put a lot of tools in the garage in the basement. And also planning to put a shed, a big shed outside to move all the big tools of the landscaping tools will be in the shed. So let's see. I have good news. I finished my software from the rural computer. Everything is working. The sleep, the real-time clock, all the simulation of the computer is working. I try a lot of programs and all of them are working. So the rural computer is ready for mass production. Everything is working. You see.
cool.
Now it's running a binary clock. You have the hour in the yellow LEDs and minutes in the red LEDs.
Cool.
So this is 6 in binary. 4 plus 2,
Yeah.
6. And this is the seconds. I don't know. It's 32 plus 16 plus 8. 48. It will be 56. I don't know what time is it now.
It's 6:41.
41. So this is 32 plus 8 plus 1.
Yep.
You see?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, and it keeps the time very well in the last 3 days. So now I will design a terminal program so you can use the computer with a terminal. You can load programs and execute and change directions and all kinds of stuff. I also I am measuring the battery voltage. When you unplug this, you have 30 seconds before go to sleep, and there is a LED close to the battery that flashes every 5 seconds. If the battery goes below 2.5 volts, the flash will be every 10 seconds. So you need to change the battery. The battery life estimation will be more than a year. And for continuous operation of the computer, you have 2 days of energy to work with this battery, 2 days continuously. But when it's sleeping, it's more than a year. So maybe something in between. If you use it once in a while, maybe you have a pretty good time with this battery. The battery, you can remove the battery and the clock keeps the time for 5 seconds, 5 minutes, because there is a capacitor that keeps the energy. So you can remove the battery and put a new one without problem. I learn a lot with this project, a lot, how to do all kind of stuff. And I am using 98% of the space of the program. I almost run out of space for programming, but it's working. That's it. When you plug the, you see that to wake up you need to push any button.
Yeah.
And it will start again. And you have now 30 seconds of on. You push buttons, the timer is restart to 30 seconds. So if you are working, it never turns off. So that's it. What I was doing when I have time. Now it's connected, and you have serial communication with the computer. You can do whatever. My idea is to have a terminal program to make things in the terminal, and don't use the keyboard of the ruler. That's all. Next year will be 50 years of the creation of this computer. This computer is considered the first personal computer ever. So it will be a good time to release this design next year for the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'll be doing the manuals and all the support of all the programs, all the samples. And then I will give it away. I don't planning to sell it. I just will make maybe 100 and give away them. That's my idea.
Cool.
So Bart,
Looks good.
Art, how is going in California?
Basically, I guess it's going okay. I'm in Milford, Ohio. So California,
You are in Milford now?
I'm sorry?
You are in Milford?
Sorry, I didn't catch.
Where are you now?
Milford, Ohio.
Okay, you are 8 minutes from my house.
Okay.
I used to go to the Little Miami Brewery, the beer company.
Yeah.
In the bridge over the Little Miami River.
Oh yeah. That's relatively new. That's just been the last couple of years.
I used to go once a week there to have some beer and pizza.
Yeah.
Maybe we can meet in the future.
It's kind of, I don't know if they're open now.
Yes, they are open all the time, every day.
Are they open for indoor eating or just?
Yes, but they have a very big open spaces. You can go.
Yeah, that's true.
You can be outside or in the mezzanine in the second level or in the floor, and they are keeping everyone distance.
The second level. Yeah. I didn't know they had a second level.
They have. Yeah.
This is the one that's right there by the bridge in Milford?
Yes, it's the first one. When you go into Milford, coming
up 50. You come up 50 and cross the bridge and they're right there on the right-hand
side. Yeah, exactly.
I didn't realize they had a second floor.
Yes, it's small. The second floor is small, but it's nice because there is no people, almost you are with few people there, and it's easy to pay and to ask for everything there. It's in the second floor. It's nice. And you
Cool.
have a good view of the river. Try it.
A man called Intrepid.
Hey, Jim,
Yeah.
Art, everybody.
But
Did you see the kid that made a rubbish bin transport?
what's that?
I put a link to it in the comment,
I don't have
but
the window. Mm,
Gee,
Littering is getting worse and worse.
yeah,
You can't
we know.
go in the wheel.
Just show us the
This bin
thing.
is extremely dog friendly. Well, let's just say in the bin and it would still work.
There you go.
uh-huh.
is this in the US or the UK?
UK.
Looks like your project, Roy.
Do I?
Looks like your robot, your
Yeah,
hoverboard.
yeah.
Yes.
He used like stepper motors or something to do it, but he's also calling it an automatic garbage bin, but in the instructable, he's remote controlling it, so I don't know how automatic it is.
So it's automatic, but not autonomous.
I guess.
Okay.
I guess that's the difference, but it's just he took a slightly different approach to it and just took a garbage can and stuck wheels on it.
There you go.
We're down to about 2 minutes again, and if people are watching Kickstarter, the people that made the Pixie Cam are making this Raspberry Pi deal. It's expensive, but it would be good for you, Jim. They make funny videos.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Does it catch raccoons?
I'm sure it could. So that's the Intruder.
Oh, that's a little out of my price range. Comes
Yeah.
down to $35. That'll be close. Getting closer.
This is closer to 300 and some odd dollars.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've got a CO2 repeating BB gun. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's that Pixie Cam, but this is this new deal that's based on a Raspberry Pi 4.
How much is the
Like
the
right
payment?
around $300.
Oh my God. This is for you, Leroy.
Yeah, I backed it.
I'm out.
I'm a backer, see? This is way out of my price range, but I backed it because I like the company.
Nice.
So this has got a zoom feature?
Yeah. Yeah.